Hello everyone, welcome back to another new video. Today I will be showing you another brilliant chess puzzle where white can checkmate black's king by sacrificing a queen and forcing black's king to go from one side of the board to the other. In the following position, white is down in exchange, and his rook on g6 is pinned and about to be captured. If white defends his rook with a move like knight to f4, black will play bishop to c8. Giving black's king on c6 a retreat square, and white no longer has a good way to attack it. The only way for white to win the game is by starting his attack on black's king immediately with the move queen takes b5 check, sacrificing the queen to force black's king to b5. Since the white bishop on h2 is controlling the squares d6 and c7, black is forced to take white's queen with king takes b5. Now knight to c3 check seems to be very strong, as king back to c6 is met by bishop to a4 checkmate, but black's king can advance forward with king to c4, and black will be able to win the d4 pawn and escape with his king, since white's rook on g6 is still pinned and black's queen can take it with check. White must switch the move order with bishop to a4 check first instead. Now, king takes a4 is just met by knight to c3 check king to b3 knight to d2 checkmate. And the difference after king to c4 is that white's d4 pawn is still protected by the knight on e2. However, since trying to bring in the second knight into the attack with knight to e3 or d2 would both allow king to d3, forking the knights, white must keep the knight on f1 and check black's king with pawn to b3 check. Now it seems that after king to d3, black is attacking white's knight on e2, and after the knight moves, black's king will escape by taking on d4, but after the move bishop to b5 check, white's bishop is able to protect white's knight and rejoin the attack from behind black's king. Since every dark square around black's king is controlled by the white knights on e2 and f1, black's only move is to play king to e4. With black's king now on the b1 to h7 diagonal, white's rook on g6 is now unpinned and can now also join the attack with rook to g4 check. Despite the open space around black's king, almost every square is controlled by white pieces from all sides of the board, and since rook to f4 is just met by rook takes f4 checkmate, black plays the only other move with king to f5. With the g4 rook under attack, white's knight on f1, who stayed behind the whole time to guard the squares d2 and d3, finally makes a move with knight to e3, protecting the rook on g4 and checkmating black's king on f5 to finish off the king hunt all the way from c6 to d3 and to f5. If you want to see more brilliant chess puzzles, be sure to like and subscribe for more. I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye.